What crime must I commit today in your name, master?
Probably reference that more than Breaking Bad at this point, so we're gonna let that one slide.
Okie dokie.
Could UFOs be flying around the Mid-South?
I got it!
Bruh. Bruh.
Stop! You violated the law.
Fuck you.
Pay the court a fine or serve your sentence. Your stolen goods are now forfeit.
Bruh. Bruh. Bruh.
And he had this huge grizzly man beard, like one of those beards you can pick in Fallout 4. And basically he was just standing there shouting.
Bruh.
Before I end the video, I just want to say a massive shout out to Harvey Rothman and Lumi. Harvey designed my channel art and he's actually done my profile pictures for me in the past. But the banner he's done for me is absolutely amazing.
Bruh.
The next step of prank is coming. Chinese orbital satellite strike gone wrong.
Yo, I'm joking! Stop! The brake, stop!
Bruh.
If I know a spoiler to a video game or a film and someone tells me, it just absolutely ruins it for me. I remember playing Fallout 4 and about midway through the main quest, you meet a character. He's incredibly important and he's got a lot of backstory to him and he relates to your character as well. And this is a tipping point in the game, a point where you're, questioning your goals and your reasoning for doing things. But for me, I was just like, skip the dialogue, because some retard had commented it on a random video that had nothing to do with Fallout and gave the spoiler away on who he was.
Bruh.
Honestly, Fallout 4 is a complete mess. I'd give it a 2 out of 10.
Bruh.
Yeah, everyone's got that fetish for the, the missing tooth in the jaw. It's real turn on for the ladies, In Skyrim, there's actually a mod where you can get your teeth removed because it just makes your character so much more sexy.
Bruh.
People with swag, they got a much better dress sense and much more money to express their dress sense. They don't need that Obey cap or that Supreme t-shirt. They wearing that Kanye West collection, looking like that Fallout 4 Wasteland survivor. It's a great style. Really proud of you. Much respect.
Bruh.
Any aspiring game developers out there, please create a game where you can romance a tomato. Please, I'm begging you. Any kind of video game where you can actually romance and have sex with a tomato. That would be my dream, personally. My fetishes are quite niche, and romance in a tomato is definitely one of them. There should be a mod in Skyrim, to be fair, tomato marriage.
Bruh.
I know I addressed this in the other video, but again, who eats like this? I've seen starving homeless people in Fallout 4 eat more appropriately than this kid.
Bruh.
You killed me! I'm the child we had! My child! Your own grandchild! You killed both of us!
Is it just me, or can no one actually understand what the fuck this kid's saying? I mean, I really appreciate you trying to get your point across that you're annoyed at me, but add some subtitles, please. It's trying to read a fucking Elder Scroll listening to you talk. Today I've got an amazing game for you, and it is in no way oversaturated, overused, and a forced meme in the YouTube gaming community. And of course, I'm talking about Skyrim. Slither.io.
Bruh.
You guys keep on moving. Are we clear? Get this maniac off me!
Holy shit, that's the dad from Fallout 4.
Bruh.
You murdering, kidnapping psychopath! Give me my son! Give me Sean! Now!
It's me. I am Sean.
Oh my god, how was that an accident?
Bruh.
Hey, biggity bobbity, spookity bobbity, bobbity boney. Tony Bobbity.
You think that's like a Fallout 4 character, like Tony Bobbity?
Bruh.
Hey, how are you doing today? My name is Tony Bobbity. I'm here to sell you some life insurance. Did I tell you my name is Tony Bob?
Bruh.
my real man, Tony Bobbity, he would, my boy Tony, he would never treat me like this. He'd take me out for some nice spaghetti and meatballs.
Bruh.
After a hard day of selling the life insurance, yes, Tony Bobbity come home.
Bruh.
come home and he knows how to treat his woman right.
Bruh.
Tony, it's me, Tony Bamaboni. Hey, I'm giving them the Tony Bamaboni.
Bruh.
Do you guys remember that Tony Bamanaboni meme I made in that CSGO video? You know, the incredibly forced one that no one found funny and a lot of people told me to kill myself because of it?
Hey, my name is Tony Bamanaboni. Would you...
Bruh.
Spaghetti and meatballs?
Well, the other day, someone has actually made a Tony Bamanaboni NPC in Fallout 4.
Hey, it's Mike Moore. Quick video to show one of the voiced NPCs in the big melee collectible mod I'm working on.
Hi.
Hey, my name is Tony Bamanaboni.
There's no dialogue for your character, so you should probably use the silent protagonist mod or something.
Tony Bamanaboni.
So you can ask its name as many times as you want, and he'll just keep repeating himself like an asshole.
It's me, Tony Bamaboni.
The dialogue is from a video Pyrocynical made a few days ago.
Spaghetti and meatballs. After a hard day of selling the life insurance, yes, Tony Bamanaboni, come home.
Excuse me.
Hey, my name is Tony Bamanaboni.
And when you ask him this, he'll attack you.
Would you like some life insurance, yes?
And when he dies, he drops a fucking Bam and a Bowie knife. Bam and a Bowie knife.
What I love most about that video is the dialogue. All you can literally say is, "What are you doing here? Tony Bamanaboni, what's your favourite food?" and "Fight me, I want your knife." Really fleshed out dialogue there, especially for a Fallout game. But honestly, it's a hilarious mod, you should check it out.
Bruh.
It's like playing Payday 2, and then all your faggot mates leave because their mum called them down for spaghetti and meatballs.
Spaghetti and meatballs.
Bruh.
Shut up.
You're just shooting the car!
I see car, I shoot.
It's me, Tony Bamanaboni.
Bruh.
When I made a video about him, I've been getting comments ever fucking since from like hundreds of people telling me to kill myself. Like, "Oh, you will never say that shit to my fucking face." Like, I promise you that you will never say it to my face.
You see, the problem is no one wants to say it to your face because, firstly, your YouTube channel is literally called Double for Anime. So the majority of people that come across you probably thought you were shot in the head, much like the protagonist in Fallout New Vegas.
Bruh.
The humans in this game are possibly the worst enemies I have ever fought in my entire life. They're literally the rad roaches from Fallout 4. They are the fucking rad roaches that you fight at the start of the game and that you never see ever again.
Bruh.
Well, my accent is a New Zealand accent. A lot of you probably don't know where New Zealand is. In fact, you probably haven't even heard of it before. You probably think it's this place in Skyrim or something.
Bruh.
The guy's put a green filter on his face, so he looks like a mix between the Pepe Frog and Shrek. On top of that, he's got a spiked baseball bat from Fallout 3. The nails really convey the edginess of his channel.
Bruh.
This channel is simply titled Mishovi Silinosti. You know what? Sounds like the fucking Argonians from Skyrim. That's the name you'd put in the Argonian name generator and it comes up with one.
Bruh.
Apologies for the quality being a bit shit, but the original video's gone, I think. But honestly, the drop in quality is more than worth it because trying to translate what this kid's saying, the fucking moth priests from Elderscrolls, they'd be totally stumped as well.
Bruh.
Okay. Bye. You shot me in the knee and it killed me.
Oh, arrow to the knee,
no,
bro.
Don't.
Cool story, bro.
Please die. Me gusta.
Bruh.
I'm in tears. The most beautiful and well-designed game I've ever witnessed. Honestly, should become a classic for years to come. I can definitely see the Life of Black Tiger up there with the greats. You know, The Last of Us, Spyro the Dragon, Life of Black Tiger. You know, you'll have like an RPG section come up in PS4 store. You got Skyrim, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, and then at the very front, The Life of Black Tiger.
Bruh.
Hey, how's it going?
Say N-word, 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 nick.
Wait, are you serious?
How's it going, guys? Max Mofo Games here. Today we'll be playing Fallout 4, but very hard difficulty. Got to get some legendary weapons. It's the CSGO unboxing, Pokemon channel, gmail.com, but very good. Just subscribe, 100k likes, part 2, subscribe.
Bruh.
A mosquito. We have entered the mud zone. A world where everything is tinted brown. Finally a game that looks more brown than Fallout New Vegas.
Bruh.
Bully the guy with the Willy Wonka hat. I get it, alright? Oh, my Geiger counter's going off. Jesus, like Fallout 3 all over again.
Bruh.
We all knew that one guy in the army that made mobile defense turrets made out of scrap. You know, they look like they're from fucking Fallout New Vegas. I mean, look at that shit. Look how fucking makeshift that looks.
Bruh.
Now, you got two choices here. Male or female. But me, personally, I'm just gonna go back and wait until they bring out the Adoring Fan DLC.
Yes! Oh, great and mighty Grand Champion! Is there something you need?
Bruh.
Can the man survive deadly radiation poisoning? Let's give it a shot, folks. You need to be very careful here. Slightest touch will kill.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Just so you guys know, I'm 20, right?
Bruh.
Guys, free DLC and a campaign does not instantly mean the game's gonna be great. The DLC could be garbage.
Bruh.
Go away. Introducing Creation Club, a collection of new game content for Skyrim and Fallout 4, including new weapons, new armor.
Isn't that just the Chinese stealth armor from Fallout 3?
Browse the selection in-game by category, and use credits to download right there. Your new content will appear automatically. Creation Club content is made by...
So, what's next? Let's start by talking about virtual reality.
Bethesda's stuck in a time capsule at this point. Their most successful franchises, Fallout and Elderscrolls, they're not innovating them, making more additional content. They're either sticking half-assed virtual reality onto them, or turning it into a card game. I appreciate they're trying to help modders get some income, but in the long run, you're bringing paid mods back, which sets a really bad precedent. The majority of stuff they announced was spin-off stuff, like Skyrim for the Nintendo Switch.
Bruh.
You may have already heard about it during Bethesda's showcase that was held a few days ago. It was announced that select Zelda items will appear in the Nintendo Switch version of Skyrim. Oh!
Bruh.
And again, it just works.
Bruh.
Look at that mountain, that's some Skyrim mountain.
Everest.
Dude, let's climb the mountain. You guys know that game, Skyrim, it's pretty cool game. Oh.
Bruh.
That was a hit. That was also a hit. Are you not taking damage?
I'm not taking any damage.
And again, it just works.
Bruh.
You kind of resemble Delilah Copperspoon from Dishonored. An actual antagonist from a video game.
Who are you?
Is math related to science?
Stop! You violated the law.
Bruh.
All in all, Doomfist is a pretty cool character. I mean, he can jump. Jumping's pretty cool. He can crouch as well. You can kind of use this to pretend that there's a stealth system in the game. Like Skyrim or something.
Bruh. Bruh.
Giant grey ball wearing what appears to be a
Bruh.
dark green hat.
Look at this fucking fedora, for instance.
Bruh.
We're transported to a dark, murky, and gloomy place. It looks like a test room, not too dissimilar from a debug room, like for example the one in Fallout 4. But instead of dreary buildings and brown skies, there's nothing. Literally nothing.
Bruh.
No, PewDiePie's property. He signed a legal document. I, Felix Khaji, anything I talk about is now mine and no one else's. Go away.
Bruh.
10 seconds to imagine in your head the company that picked up Tommy Wiseau. I'll give you a hint. They're incredibly scummy, sleazy, and they are a stain on YouTube. Is that good enough of a hint? I'll give you 10 seconds, alright? It was Rochinima.
Bruh.
With this, you propel yourself as a gigantic bomb, and if you make your target, you recreate the Fallout intro.
War. War never changes.
Bruh.
There's gonna be NSFW of it, you know it. At this point, the fandom hasn't reached critical. We're more talking about a DEFCON 2. The nuclear fallout is probably coming, but we're safe for the time being. I'll turn that back, we're going to DEFCON 1.
Bruh.
October 2006. Google is on the hunt. It gets the scent of new prey. They offer the Three Musketeers $1.65 billion. They graciously accept, offering their souls to the Dark Lord and even making a little video showing how happy they are.
Hi YouTube, this is Chad and Steve. We're the co-founders of the site, and we just want to say thank you. Today we have some exciting news for you. We've been acquired by Google.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks to every one of you guys that have been contributing to YouTube, the community. We wouldn't be anywhere close to where we are without the help of this community. Thanks a lot.
Bruh.
Fun fact. Only 2% of all humans on Earth can pronounce her name properly. Her surname is allegedly Polish, but to me, it sounds like a crappy name you'd give your mage OC in Skyrim.
Bruh.
Yeah, some days I feel unfazed, like when I'm with my friends with a cup raised.
Bruh.
And I go right back at it like an automatic. More drinks, more songs, more beats to add new era. Rep my P's and O's, need us Phillies with the orange and black to feel home. From Citizens Bank back to Camden Yards. It's a tale of two cities and trust we go hard. Trust we go hard, yes we go hard. You said we go hard, I said we go hard.
Bruh.
But this has involved a lot of advertisers now pulling out of YouTube.
You'll pay for that.
Bruh.
I have a giant Barbie egg.
You're one of them special folks, ain't you?
Bruh.
We won the battle today. Next we'll win the war. To this day, I still have my theory that the father from Toy Freaks is actually Caesar from Fallout New Vegas. They seem pretty similar.
Bruh.
If you ever disobey me again, I will order my Praetorians to hack you to death with their machetes for my entertainment.
Bruh.
The only thing I took away from it is all the memes people are making of him, saying he looks like the monk class from Oblivion. It's quite mean. It's quite mean.
Bruh. Bruh.
And I have to wonder if there really is so much more to Fallout 4 that this central three-phase cycle is shrouded from the view of some people.
Bruh.
Ah, good morning, sir. Your coffee.
Thanks, Scotsworth.
Of course, sir.
Thanks, Scotsworth.
Bruh.
Going onto Twitch, seeing a girl showing her triple D-size breasts, and then failing. No, not November.
Bruh.
How did you get banned?
I just said I want some pussy, and
Oh my god, Georgie.
Do you get to the Club Penguin very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't. I'll have you know that there's no pussy.
Bruh.
I don't know, man. I think I'm going a bit too hard on Lele. Hey, I'll do an Eater of Worlds. What do you think about Lele?
What the fuck is it? What the fuck are you? What the fuck are you?
Right then.
Bruh.
So what I went ahead and did is overlaid her ecstatic joy with a bunch of totally irrelevant clips.
I just wanted to see how honest my audience was.
NANI?
Bruh.
She just sat there on the chair and the video ends. To this day, she's probably still at that chair, just waiting for judgment from God. To be honest, you could probably superimpose her in various positions and courts, awaiting judgment.
Bruh.
The game is labelled as a early access title.
You violated the law.
Bruh.
The Uganda Knuckles, or as I'm going to refer to them as the Reds.
Commie bastard.
Bruh.
Clicking their tongues. This is actually a secret language that only 3 people on Earth can decipher. Myself, the Moth Priest from Skyrim.
Bruh.
The No One Lives Forever series.
Pardon me, do you have the time?
No, sir, I do not have a dime, and I don't have much use for beggars.
Are you deaf?
Bruh.
Let me just slide in here.
Bruh.
Shovels can be used to bypass electronic locks in an intense hacking minigame.
Bruh.
Think of movement in first-person games. You've got your basic stuff like crouching, sprinting, and maybe some more advanced stuff like climbing and mantling. They couldn't even do that right. Whenever you crouch, instead of actually crouching, like every fucking game ever made, I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Bruh.
Now they've made the game too bright, so you can navigate pitch black areas without any problem. It's almost like Big Mitch pops some cat eye from New Vegas.
Bruh.
Remakes and remasters are totally different things.
Bruh.
Take Skyrim Special Edition. Purchasing this means most of your original Skyrim mods will be totally incompatible. And instead of fixing this, they just added paid mods into the game. Literally, none of the bugs are fixed, and they tried to hide the original Skyrim from search results. But it's okay, guys, because mushrooms are now in 4K.
Bruh. Bruh.
Gaming changing so quickly, games that were classics years ago totally lose all value to the modern market.
Bruh.
14 years later, they remade the game as a multiplayer FPS. Now, if you want to remake a game into a totally different genre, that's fine. But if you have to shut your servers down, then eventually go bankrupt, I think something went seriously wrong.
Bruh.
These races, clearly they were stolen from Skyrim. It's very obvious, guys.
Bruh.
Because their videos are just so terrible. But Looper, on the other hand, they're just boring. Incredibly boring.
Have you heard of the channel Looper? I think they make amazing content. My favorite video is the one where they talk about...
Yeah, I don't care.
Bruh.
Did you know that Skyrim actually pays homage to Dark Souls sorcery by having spells?
Bruh.
The cult is also led by 4 main figures. Fanfiction Ron Weasley, starting your Fallout character with 10 charisma.
Bruh.
They've also made some great innovations to the HUD, getting rid of that stupid ass minimap from previous games. Nice to see Ubisoft really innovating their games now, and leaving the safety of copying what games were doing 7 years ago.
Bruh.
After which, I gather supplies and leave Vault 13 and enter the Wastelands to find my family.
Bruh.
It really does amaze me how these people survive day by day, even before the cult arrived.
Bruh.
And could be quickly fixed with a recent patch.
Who's laughing now?
Bruh.
From Bethesda Game Studios, Todd Howard.
How's everybody doing?
Remove the Creation Club.
Bruh.
The one question I'm wondering about Fallout 76, how is the guy in the trailer this shit at shooting people?
Bruh.
Oh my god, new Elderscrolls! New Elderscrolls game! Oh my god!
Believe me when I say you have to see this running on an iPhone 10. This gigantic screen does not do it justice.
Bruh.
You're still 600 feet away.
Bruh.
Is it real?
Okay.
Nature's telling me something. Let me. Oh!
Despacito 76. If Fallout actually did a collab with Despacito, how would that work, do you think?
It wouldn't. I don't think it would. Instead of big country roads, it's just
Bruh.
It's all over, Lawbreaker. Your spree is at an end.
Bruh.
So what was the actual lineup, if not Drake?
Bruh.
Oh my God! It's all over, Lawbreaker. Your spree is at an end. No. No! I'm too late. I thought I could get here in time. Thought I could stop you!
Bruh.
One thing I love about KSI, he's clearly been leveling up his speechcraft in Skyrim. He seems to have equipped his character with a perk that shuts down anyone that tries to come against him.
Yo, it's funny.
Whoa, no, shut the f up. Shut the f up.
This is coming from
Shut the f up.
Hey.
Bruh.
The damsel in distress, the dragon, the noble knight who will right all wrongs. But then you realise you were just reading a book in Skyrim.
Bruh.
Clearly, DreamWorks Pictures were trying to warn us about the impending doom that is Mark Zuckerberg.
Bruh.
What I can't forgive, however, is Lord Farquaad purchasing the Horse Armor DLC from Oblivion.
Bruh.
Never fear, you can still hook up with them on Tinder and have a good dating session.
Ma'am, please give me the coochie.
No.
Come on, just a little.
Bruh.
I'm sorry, if you play Skyrim and you don't pick a female,
Hey.
you should just stop watching the video now.
Bruh.
Clearly, it's Todd Howard in hiding, trying to sell the family Fallout 76. We won't buy it, Todd. No, we won't buy it.
Bruh.
Gaming related content has just always interested me. Remember 2016 Pyrocynical, where he tried to make his voice sound deeper than it actually was? Seriously, I don't know why I did that. I sound like a chain smoker anyway. Well, I want to take the good parts from that era and bring it into
current year.
Bruh.
YouTube is probably the most unstable it's ever been, trying to juggle between entertaining people and actually getting paid.
Bruh.
So, I'm gonna bully children in proxy by having Dr. Phil do it for me. Now, these Dr. Phil videos seem to do quite well. You got a collection of YouTubers that just react to it, not really giving much insight, occasionally laughing. But I will be going in depth. I have been studying Dr. Phil for a very long time. My brain is now glowing with the wealth of knowledge that Dr. Phil has given me.
Bruh.
Alright, nice. Yeah, who needs the Elderscrolls 6? We don't care, we just want Club Penguin 2.
This is Club Penguin 2, you fuckwit.
Well, Club Penguin 3 then, shut up.
Bruh.
Playing Fortnite, playing matches.
Is that my credit card?
No, this is my toy card.
You didn't just charge something, did you?
Bruh.
PC, more like libtard. All I care about is Skyrim on Switch. President.
Bruh.
There he is! We found him! We found Trump! Thank God! And now we can put him back in the White House so he can work on Skyrim on Switch.
Bruh.
We don't need it if there's been an attack or a serious event or a pandemic. Smallpox has came back? No. Who cares? Pyrocynical uploaded. That's more important.
Bruh.
I'm actually really proud of having a fan base of 7-year-olds, honestly.
Bruh.
Oh, Pyrocynical, you do care about the environment. What a good person. No, they all call me poor and roast me. And they start sending me cars out of Fallout.
Bruh.
Now, Morgs easily has 100 sneak because he does this amazing thing where he hides in plain sight and doesn't actually get spotted. Now,
bruh. The internet is not something that you just dump something on. The internet is not a big truck. The internet is a series of tubes.
Bruh.
Even worse than Jojo Siwa, that does not speak a single word in English. Fallout 76, a video game that no one on Earth asked for. I kind of like to think of Fallout 76 as Far Cry 4 was to Far Cry 3. They didn't really change enough to make it a new game. But Fallout 76 added multiplayer.
Bruh.
Man, I don't know, Rick. I mean, I don't know if we should be messing around with nuclear weapons like that, you know?
Shut up, Morty. You little crybaby.
Bruh.
I want to be careful, Rick.
Shut up, Morty. Video game. These beautiful green ferns.
Sell me this pain.
I don't think they're gonna be very green.
Beautifully rendered rock. Wonder what kind of shaders they've got on.
Bruh.
Also, on top of that, you can throw in some of the worst special effects I've ever seen.
Yeah, actually, your mic's messing up too, Morty.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're in a simulation. We had fun, but we gotta figure out how to get out of the simulation before we die.
Dude, look at that, bro.
That's it, dude. All right, guys, it was fun. It was fun playing this game with you. Seems like it's gonna be a good game.
Bruh.
I know all of you are theorizing that, you know, Zuckerberg is a reptile. Lele, she was actually the alien from Destroy All Humans, trying to learn about us so she could annihilate us.
Bruh.
Bruh, look who just got out.
Bruh.
Because apparently, drag is on the level of people with terminal illnesses and people with brain tumors. I don't care about it, you know, be who you are. If you want to do something or express yourself in a particular way that doesn't affect anyone else in a negative way, I'd say go for it, because happiness is such a hard thing to achieve nowadays. But putting them so close together, very dumb, very small, no brain. Fallout 4, zero intelligence.
Bruh.
Let's give the people what they want. Cuts to Lele Pons dressed up as Kanye West. This ain't it, Chief. I don't even want PewDiePie at this point. I just don't want to see Lele Pons again. I'm sick of seeing her in every rewind.
Bruh.
Without further ado, here is the unofficial YouTube Rewind 2018.
Pew news, everybody. Printers did an oopsie.
Skyrim is a beautiful game.
Bruh.
It takes notes from Silent Hill, but never to the point where it's straight up plagiarizing. Much like the excuse I make when a video gets claimed, the content is transformative in nature, uses no more of the original content than needed, and give me my money back. On a
Bruh.
Some enemies are definitely less inspired than others though.
Giant roaches? What the hell?
Like this guy.
Bruh.
Just because I can get sporadically mugged while walking down the street doesn't mean I'd call it a deep and engaging horror experience. No. That's just living in the UK.
Bruh.
And here's the letter my wife left me before she took the fucking kids. And if you're wondering, yes, I'm the asshole that reads all the books in Oblivion.
Oh no, what do we do? I'm so scared.
Bruh.
My favourite ending is the true ending, where you cap your fucking dog for daring to leave their master behind. You may call me a monster, but I have pet insurance.
Bruh.
Tough luck.
You can't just have one size, especially when the one size is, if you're tiny you can fit. That's wrong. 2, TF, you can't even see it. I'm not going to be spending $50 on a shirt I can't even see.
400 likes. Sweet Jesus.
Bruh.
Friendly.
I should have mentioned one more thing. The thing that
One more coin, and I can get a pair of shoes.
Bruh.
Becoming homeless and getting money and getting yourself out of a bad situation, you are really messing with people's perception on reality.
You're homeless? You're just not trying enough. Here, try these lucky golf balls. I drew a smiley face on them. Now they're worth 10 times the original price.
Bruh.
Flexing. Something only a master of the dark arts would know about.
I've always hated how just because someone is born into a family of wealth, people automatically label them as a spoiled brat.
Who's there?
Bruh.
Enclave here. Why isn't your video feed working?
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Who the fuck? Who is it? What? I should kick your fucking ass.
Now, I would like to say, as a YouTuber, I don't like a lot of people, but
Bruh.
I got so drunk, I think I lost my girlfriend.
I think I fucked it last night at the party.
Bruh.
I don't block the quad, Johnny.
like Fallout 4 set and Boston, protagonist gets out, he's like,
Why the fuck? Where's my wife and my son?
what's the kid's name? Father. It was Father, yeah.
Where's Father? I need to find him. Father, I found you. Oh my god.
Bruh.
But the one console I could never get my head around is the Nintendo Switch. I don't hold any love or hate for it, just an unresounding meh.
Bruh.
It was really weird going back to use my Switch again. Logging onto it, I found my mostly unexplored Hyrule, unfinished Minecraft structures, and Skyrim on Switch, because I was actually brain dead enough to buy it.
Bruh.
Smash Ultimate is the first time I simultaneously love a game and fucking despise it into oblivion.
Bruh.
With most games that I don't get, I quickly lose interest and move on.
Bruh.
And even if the stars align and Akatosh smiles upon you,
kind sir.
you somehow manage to lay a hit on an Inkling, they'll recover in 0.1 human seconds.
Bruh.
Simon, like every door-to-door Jehovah's Witness, will never leave you alone. You can seal the letterbox, board up the windows, but somehow he'll find his way in and spam Holy Cross and water. And through their master-level knowledge of trigonometry, perfectly time their axe throw to knock you off the map.
Bruh.
There's only one thing for it. Your time has come, Isabel. You met... Are you serious? Oh, okay. All right. Nice. Nice. Thanks.
Bruh.
But the Ace family tell lies. And as we all know on the internet, a lie is on the same level as first-degree murder.
Stop! You violated the law.
Bruh.
Even though it's $25,000 below the goal, giving away $75,000 of your own money is beyond generous.
Thank you, kind sir.
If you have nothing to gain. But Austin was making profit from this event.
Bruh.
Austin is a semi-professional basketball player, and when asked about what he'd do with the charity money, he said he'd give it away, but also goes on to say he'll be using some of it to move out.
Bruh.
Inside, we see the possible burglar broke the downstairs slide door as an entry point, which the Ace family took a pretty nice photo of for their thumbnail.
Oh no, what do we do? I'm so scared.
Bruh.
So they instead decided to recreate the footage by hiring false police to authenticate it. This would explain the receipt if it was legitimate. 5 police actors, 5 cop cars, and a sheriff.
Bruh.
And she fired back with the most amount of facts and logic I've ever seen in my life. No. Do I look like it? Let's be honest.
Bruh.
Losing my whole arm. It makes sense, really. You do understand that mammals cannot regrow limbs. Our biological structures are way too complex for that. You're comparing a human body to someone's pet axolotl.
Bruh.
Right, back on topic, Bella Delphine. And yes, I do have to preface, I did steal this video idea from Will and E.
What was that noise?
Bruh.
I like the survival time, 16 seconds. Like, I'm pretty sure dropping to the ground takes about 30 seconds.
Bruh.
It's actually just hit me, like, right now. You know how sperm works, like, 1 in millions of chances of you being who you are, you being born and not someone else? Why did so many retards make it?
Bruh.
Also, side quest. PewDiePie. I noticed as soon as my Belle Delphine video came out, you changed the title to copy mine.
Bruh.
Also, bonus mission. Take a shot every single time you hear Morgs use the Inception thud sound effect.
Bruh.
You know it's a good story when it's got 2 Reddit gold.
I'm only asking for enough to
have Reddit gold, beggar.
Thank you, kind sir.
Bruh.
You know what's crazy, Logan? Showing a corpse in a YouTube video and only getting your ads pulled for a week. Meanwhile, a gentleman said a racial slur in PUBG and screwed us over 1,000,000 times more than you ever could have.
Bruh.
If you want an example, just look at every single time Kanye West has interacted with the press.
Hey, good morning, Kanye.
Shut the fuck up. Bruh.
Thankfully, Shane actually uploaded an apology video addressing the situation and just how much of a lobotomite he was. But yeah.
Bruh.
Inside the misunderstood culture of furries, we can't expect God to do all the work.
Bruh.
We all remember how they added CGI to the original Star Wars films.
Can't say it's what I'd have picked for you.
Stop it.
Bruh.
I think what a lot of people don't realize is that when someone's out for blood for a YouTuber, there is no way to escape it. Like, James right now could literally sacrifice his mother on an altar, and people would be commenting saying,
"Why didn't you do it? Oh, you're such a big poo-poo head."
Bruh.
Without outright disabling the comments, they'll change the default from top rated to sort from the newest instead. They do this to hope that any actual criticism gets buried under the tens of thousands of comments.
Bruh.
He's not the most interesting person, he's quite vapid. He kind of reminds me of an Oblivion NPC trying to give me a quest.
Ooh, what's up guys, welcome to the vlog, welcome back to the most channel on YouTube.
Bruh.
Your recent video is not only predatory, it's also harmful to young girls.
She makes the tweet not about herself, but young girls in general. Very clever indirect victimizing. 100 speech.
Bruh.
Compare a picture of Trisha done up and glammed up compared to another picture of Trisha done up and glammed up. No.
Bruh. Bruh.
Times were so much simpler before limited ads.
Bruh.
I don't know what kind of Joker gas they pumped into the air, because any minuscule thing mentioned, the crowd went fucking insane.
We made a post-apocalyptic survival game where you can do whatever you want, and everybody's nice to each other. This should give us all hope for humanity when the apocalypse does come.
Why are you all applauding? It's a terrible game.
We have a lot more in store this year for Fallout 76, but first, our latest game, The Elderscrolls Blades, is in early access. It became our second straight #1 mobile game after Fallout Shelter. Absolutely incredible.
Stop applauding! It's a fucking mobile game! Forget about the Elder Scrolls 6 gameplay by now.
Bruh.
But most exciting this year, we're also bringing Blades to an all-new platform, Switchblades.
Wow.
Bruh.
You've got this one from a brave soldier. Who still play Minecraft instead of Fortnite? I still play Minecraft. Minecraft never died.
Never lose faith, my friend!
My god. It's actually crazy, the amount of bravery in that comment. Coming out to say he plays Minecraft instead of Fortnite.
Bruh.
Using a green screen of the crossbow from Black Ops. Faking your pregnancy on my United flight. Get off the plane. And also, get rid of that Vietnamese man. I don't like the look of him.
Bruh.
Whoa, that's way worse than just a rock in your shoe.
The thing is with 123 Go, right, they're like a novice alchemist. They're trying to mix the relatable with this brand new compound they've discovered, and that is called funny.
Bruh.
Listen up, ladies. Life is full of awkward, embarrassing moments we'd rather forget.
Hold on. Stop! Did you say ladies exclusively? That's kind of sexist, don't you think? Are you saying that other genders don't have relatable moments as well? I don't care how much you're bribing YouTube to get on the trending tab.
Get away from me.
Bruh.
It's actually amazing how they've made 3 videos now in relatable situations, and not a single one has been relatable. I think they actually deserve an award for that. I'm convinced that YouTube keeps putting them on trending tab out of pure sympathy.
Bruh.
Oh, it's so salty. It's so salty. You know what? That's definitely been in a bath, 100%. Like, that is rotten, that is stagnant water. You know, dirty water from Fallout that's literally irradiated. You'd probably have less of a chance of dying than if you drank this.
Bruh.
Asleep while playing. Oh, I've done this more than a few times. It's what happens when you reach the 3 to 4 a.m. hours and you're still going strong, especially in a game like Skyrim or Oblivion.
Bruh.
But anyway, you're really tired, and you're going through a long hall, and you're in a comfortable position on the couch or a chair.
That looks like the most uncomfortable position I've seen in my life. That looks like he's on the fast track to lumbago.
Lumbago!
Bruh.
You are afraid to use the headphones, because if both ears are covered up by the in-game noise, if you truly are immersed, you won't hear anyone coming. You might put the headphones on just one side.
Bruh.
Now, they've got another one here I'm so excited for. 7 things gamers should never do.
Bruh.
The entire reason you can even crouch in a video game isn't to remain undetected or improve your accuracy. It's to get your gamer nuts.
Bruh.
Now, I don't mean the guy that constantly team kills or crashes the lobby. They're just not fun. But people that act like absolute lobotomites. I cherish encountering a man who's an absolute scatterbrain, because it means I'm going to have something to laugh at, and it's something different.
Bruh.
Go to the bottom left and keep pressing Create a Studio. Yeah, that one. Now, I accessed the new editor, and to be fair, it looks pretty decent, but the problem is, if you want to overlay music, you have to click this little icon in the corner, and then it takes you straight back to the Stone Age. Seriously, like, you go from Blade Runner to 10,000 BC in one mouse click. It's amazing.
Bruh.
So Rice Gum is actually capitalizing on this, making a bunch of family-friendly videos, and you know what? That is a masterstroke move. 100 illusion.
Hey, you. We get it, bro. You're rich and you're famous, but that does not give you the right to be mean.
So I want to...
Bruh.
You want me to get the brothers or something? What's going on?
Yeah, that's the first response I'd have. You want me to go get the brothers or something?
Thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night. Wait a minute, let me do that one again.
Bruh.
Now, there are rips on the film online already. Thank you, soldiers, you're doing God's work. But they're all horrendous quality, and plus, I don't want to go to jail. My VPN just expired.
Bruh.
Video's over.
Bruh.
One thing I would like to do is take a sample of the people that unironically watch Reddit text-to-speech videos. By the way, if a Reddit text-to-speech video came up and you recommended, or you were just like awake at 3 in the morning and you clicked anything, you get a pass, okay, that's fine.
Thank you, kind sir.
I'm talking about the people that are so hyped for a Reddit text-to-speech video that they set a reminder and they go to bed happy knowing that the next day there'll be another text-to-speech video.
Bruh.
Are you a big name?
Nah, not me, mate. I'm small.
After
Bruh.
a lot of people would be angry in this scenario, but with Quentin, you can tell this is something he's been harboring a long time.
Somebody stop that racket! Shut the fucking door!
Bruh.
Quentin even falls into a trap and manages to survive. So, Worth is right, the cube is flawed, and its only purpose is to keep existing instead of acknowledging its pointlessness.
Bruh.
One, a goody two-shoes, and the other, a complete psychopath. Cube 2 does not understand what complexity is, so instead of having 5 traits in one character, there's 5 characters, each with a single trait, that do not evolve as the film goes on.
Who is it? What? I should kick your fucking ass. Who is this?
Bruh.
Sorry, I didn't get your name.
I'm Todd Howard, game director for Fallout 3.
Afterwards, we're introduced to some boomer woman, Mrs. Paley. Like any skooma addict, she forgets the person she's talking to 30 seconds later.
Hello?
Bruh.
And the guy who initially tried to save him, he looks and sounds a lot like Todd Howard, so I'm just gonna run with that for the rest of the film.
Okay, Max, how about you?
I was writing games when I was, 12, whatever.
Bruh.
We actually find out he's a computer hacker, and he hacked into the Pentagon.
Buddy of mine's doing 10 to 20 upstate for cracking the mainframe on the Pentagon 2 years ago. Figure maybe that's why I'm in here.
So at this point, it's pretty obvious everyone who's here is only here because they worked with or against Izon, which removes any mystery about who anyone is inside the cube.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
I'm Todd Howard, game director for Fallout 3.
Afterwards, we're introduced to some boomer woman, Mrs. Paley. Like any skooma addict, she forgets the person she's talking to 30 seconds later.
Hello?
Bruh.
We've also got the blind girl giving her insight, but honestly, it just comes across like Mama Murphy from Fallout 4.
Don't mind me, kid. I need
heroin. Bruh.
The problem is here, if you haven't noticed, there are way too many characters and still with more to come. Many of them overlap into each other with traits and quirks. Some are mysterious, some are leaders, all of them lobotomites.
Lobotomites! Bruh.
So Todd wanders off to find a woman and tries to sell her Fallout 76.
Fallout 76.
What the hell?
Bruh.
Kate, I'm really thirsty.
You're one of them special folks, ain't you?
Bruh.
The truth is, the DPI of most gaming mice is overkill. That is a lie. The higher the sensitivity of your mouse, the better you will be at gaming. You max out the sensitivity. Anything less, you're a coward. If you can't do 700 360 degree turns by just flicking your mouse, you're disgusting. The most...
Bruh.
Change the subject. When things are tense and don't seem like they're gonna get better with an apology or a joke, ask them about literally anything else. Like, for example, what their opinion on the current president is. Guys, I know...
Bruh.
Hello, JJ. I've been expecting you.
You'll rig it to the bomb, then you'll get paid. What do you say?
No, I'm good.
Bruh.
3 YouTube virtues: money, pandering, and manipulation.
Bruh.
Chapters in the U.S. alone.
200 chapters? Is this the Brotherhood of Steel?
Talk Club International has over 200 chapters in the U.S. alone.
Bruh.
If you are new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Why did he point up there? The subscribe button's at the bottom. Lobotomite.
Guys, we are literally working right now.
Yeah, guys, we're working a 9 to 5. Like the 99%. Seriously, though, if you defend these people, you were shot in the head recently, or you're 7.
Bruh.
No. She's like, the same amount of ugly, right?
You liar!
It's the equivalent of attacking someone in a Bethesda game, then instantly yielding.
Alright, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
Bruh.
Wow, and no, oh, she pulled a book and a cabinet moved. This is literally a Skyrim side quest. Jesus Christ.
Bruh.
Here's my interpretation of what they're saying.
I've killed far worse than you.
Isn't that abandoned house a bit spooky?
Go bother someone else.
Bruh.
It's just they don't care. They don't care anymore. I don't think I've seen better VFX than Transformers 3.
Bruh.
Kid got Gucci on. It is really nice of Jake Paul to give his viewer base a platform. Also, just to sidetrack for a moment, got a little side quest. Do you guys know Justin Bieber?
Bruh.
I thought it'd be a good idea to take a step back and make another video on a YouTuber's work.
Bruh.
But first, Lusty Argonian made here, and here's why you should play Raid Shadow Legends.
Bruh.
Oh god. Again? Alright. Raid Shadow Leg Rest is a free-to-play RPG PvP PvE video game, but on your phone. Available now on iOS and Android. It's a dark fantasy done right. Dark Souls? More like, boo-hoo, my item description has a sad story, and sad music plays when I beat my sad boss. And then I cast a miracle called Tears of Denial. Raid Shadow Car Seat is a turn-based game with over 400 champions for you to nab and customize. Assemble an epic team from 16 factions. Discover 13 quite lit locations, and a fully voice-acted campaign. Take that, Disco Elysium. Raid has been announced for the Google Play Store Best of 2019 award, and as a legal requirement, I have to put this gold badge in the video. How epic is that? I think it's real gold. There's also weekly tournaments and events you can compete in, and now has a super cool roadmap showing huge updates planned for the game for over 6 months. Sorry, I'm getting quite short of breath from how epic this is. Goodbye, wife. Goodbye, dog. Goodbye, wife's boyfriend. Because I'm sealing myself away from society to play Raid Shadow Legends. Go to the link in the description to download Raid and get 100,000 silver, 2 clan boss keys, 10 mystery shards, and the Adjudicator as a free champion. I bet you can't get that on Fortnite Mobile.
Bruh.
I've been Lusty Argonian Maid, and you've been watching Raid Shadow Legends.
Bruh.
Kids own Yeezys. I hate them as much as the next person. But this is Oblivion tier character writing.
Bruh.
So, are you going to pay me then? You know, for bringing him back?
Oh, I'm not on task yet.
Bruh.
Now, hear me out. I agree with Liza. I hate men. They're 99.9% of the reason I die in video games.
Bruh.
You want a hit?
Sure.
Stop right there!
Bruh.
There's also this bit where I think he likes Skyrim or something.
My lady.
See,
Bruh.
The less I complain, the quicker this will be over.
Bruh.
Liza gets into an underground dance competition because apparently she left her phone here. I mean, it looks like Vault 111 to me, but anyway.
Bruh.
They go to the escape room and ask the guy running it where they were last night. I would like to say the series ends here, and later the Dovahkiin finds their skeletal remains somewhere in a cave.
Well, I'll tell you.
Bruh.
And I get no money to feed my 5 starving children.
Bruh.
You know, the combat is clunky, the NPCs don't have any believable dialogue, and the fast traveling usually doesn't even work. Maybe the DLC Season 2 can fix some of the problems. I'm gonna give it a 6.582 out of 11.203. It's okay, but yeah, on a...
Bruh.
7 million years ago, humans first appeared on the planet. Everyone agreed this was a bad idea, but went with it anyway.
It's okay, lol, they're just beta testing.
But it turned out, we invented some pretty cool stuff. We invented fire. We began to make our own clothes and shoes.
Bruh.
Love is not the satisfaction of a chemical reaction, but the sensation of a neural network's quantum entangled electromagnetic radiation.
Bruh.
A lot of people in the military aren't the smartest tools or sharpest tools in the shed.
Become a stormtrooper.
The fuck? Who is it? What? I should kick your fucking ass. Who is this?
Harry Potter. Zap, zap, zap.
Bruh.
You know, and if that child happened to realize the drugs they were smuggling were being given to American soldiers or the military.
16 times the detail.
Bruh.
Martin also does this thing where he challenges viewers to match his push-ups, probably to increase their intelligence stat.
We'll shoot for 20. Alright. Go.
Bruh.
Inside would be a cheek swab to collect all of your vital essences. You'd send the package away, and then they'd collect all your genetic data and sciencey stuff.
Bruh.
Martin shields this product a lot. Every couple days, he can be seen opening a video with him taking the product.
Bruh.
The worst case scenario here could be Dr. Hunt taking advantage of Martin to get him to promote the product more.
Bruh.
I said I could manifest fantasy into reality and just call it cryptography.
Bruh.
Ah, sunlight. Freedom. Finally. Thanks again to Dragon City for sponsoring this video.
Bruh.
Download the game now using my link on screen. Do it now, please. I have a Napoleon complex that can be only sated by gold coins.
Bruh.
You're so powerful. It actively looks like it wants to burst out of my face. Look at that thing, man! You could literally sharp a blade on that.
Bruh.
Boy, what are those jeans?
Bruh.
Let me try and do what he's doing, right?
Read all my thoughts and opinions on just about everything.
It's like an Oblivion NPC or something who's been woke out of cryostasis.
Bruh.
Legit, you could do anything in LA and someone will turn up. Someone could put salt water into a bottle, sell it to you, and say that the salt's dehydrating properties is actually purifying your skin. And someone would believe that and buy it.
Bruh.
They also asked me to wear Raycons like this, and they just showed a picture of Snoop Dogg. I'm gonna Photoshop my face over these celebrities.
It's a lobotomite!
Ad over.
Bruh.
81 million views.
It's time to simp.
And by the dislike ratio, it's obvious people went to Liza's channel to get this content, and it definitely wasn't artificially dumped in their recommended.
Bruh.
Liza then tries to nab a jacket from a thrift shop, only to get caught by the owner.
Stop! Thief! Put that back, you worthless thief.
I love the fact that she can commit theft so nonchalantly, but she can't exit out of dialogue with someone.
Bruh.
Ads. You know, they're kind of a double-edged sword. As much as I despise ads, I need them to make a living, so please turn off ad block. Thanks, guys.
Bruh.
I was just being polite, I guess.
No, that's not polite. You just said I'm sorry after he knocked into us. That's a really bad habit, Liza, and wouldn't do that all the time.
Bruh.
Gun, do you think that looks good? I'm so surprised nobody has cut it off already.
I knew it, but you were the first person with the balls to tell.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Bruh.
And the next day, she can apologize again.
Sorry.
This leads to her to just be a complete brainlet on purpose, only to apologize after.
Sorry.
Bruh.
Achieving pretty much nothing, apart from having more self-worth as people. What a wholesome ending.
Bruh.
At least Season 1 had a positive conclusion. This just had nothing. I'm a materialistic person. If there's no visible change by the end of the show, then show bad. I'm a critic, by the way.
Bruh.
Right. Now, Ninja is asked the most important question of his entire career. Can you slice bread?
Bruh.
I'm going to put the Soler back now because the bit's getting old and he's getting quite heavy to hold.
Bruh.
And go meet Rose, the love of my life, for the very first time.
What a gentleman. Big Chungus Wholesome 100.
Bruh.
So, have you even gave a kind milady some Reddit gold? Do you even...
Bruh.
You can't just grab from my wallet. Okay, I want to see how much this is. I don't even know how much this is.
How much?
God damn! You went for...
Bruh.
Language barrier, I understand that, but I don't think in any country you're told, yes, take money out of his wallet.
Bruh.
I mean, there are things that kind of went down pretty well from Far Cry 2. There are other things that maybe we've decided to kind of move away from and create our own stuff there.
And as Adam Kovic from Inside Gaming backhandedly quoted, like Skyrim with guns.
Bruh.
This is a topic I've wanted to make for a while, but I kept putting it off.
Bruh.
An Alice in Wonderland quote, making comparisons to how the player is Alice starting their journey into the rabbit hole. If you guys couldn't tell before YouTube, I was a philosopher.
Bruh.
I mean, you don't have to kill. No! You could just collect letters from deceased World War II soldiers, or relics that the locals have misplaced.
Bruh.
So you'd think there'd be some remnants of government here. You know, people aren't trading in bottle caps, it's paper money.
Bruh.
But it at least makes an attempt. There are so many games that feature people using firearms like there's some kind of Agent 47 when clearly they've had next to no training.
Bruh.
Find the mushrooms. But Jason, look out for the horde of low-quality PNG bats. This truly is like Skyrim with guns.
Bruh.
Jason did have a normal life before all this. It's sad because I bet most people missed these pills the first time playing the game. There's no mission marker, just a tiny glowing bowl.
Bruh.
Over-exaggerated American, putting patriotism before anything else, comparing any scenario to something stereotypical with American culture.
Bruh.
There are minecarts you can push to create cover from sniper fire, but it's literally pointless. There's only 2 snipers that you can easily run past, and the minecart provides no cover from enemies shooting over the bridge.
Bruh.
There's a lot of these quotes spread across the game. Initially, I thought it was just, you know, superficial garbage. Ooh, let's have a quote from the Bible. Very deep, you guys.
All right, come on. Let's go see if your little friend Amada wants to play.
Bruh. Bruh.
They could have added these guns as rewards for completing side missions instead of dumping them all into a menu when you reach a specific point in the game, but, you know, Ubisoft. But
Bruh. Bruh.
Now I can support my family with the best free-to-play RPG PvP PvE game around.
Bruh.
How does mushroom hunting even work? It's not like a mushroom can move or anything, so wouldn't it be mushroom gathering? I like how I'm focusing more on this in the film because I don't want it.
Bruh.
Manages to secure his job again, I assume from the boss taking pity on his low intelligence.
Ha ha ha! I wash my bone with Sibi.
Although,
bruh.
He opens up an art exhibition and finally made it with a self-fulfilling, wholesome 100 career. Aww. Also,
bruh.
I like how random people in the background are just starting on her as well. It's like the NPCs have realised how bad it is, so they've joined in. I'm sure the adoring fan from the Oblivion Arena is going to have some input eventually.
Bayazora, it's the grand champion. The battle is lost, but the war has just begun.
Bruh.
Do you understand me?
Bomb has been defused.
That was like Fallout 76 PvP. Awkward, unorganized, and lots of lag.
Bruh.
It's getting closer.
Oh no. What do we do? I'm so scared.
Bruh.
Smug look he gave Goreng when he took the apple off the table. The hole doesn't allow anyone to keep food.
Bruh.
The only real reason that any food arrives to these two in the first place is because the people above's stomachs could only hold so much.
Bruh.
Probable incel, who reads so much chivalry literature, he becomes delusional.
Bruh.
I don't go water. Sorry, I'm British. Showing that water is an infinite resource in the hole.
Bruh. Bruh.
There's no scene where he goes, "Ah, it was me, Batman. I killed the younglings, and then I ate them."
Bruh.
So much media focuses on the breakdown of society when people have their resources stripped away from them.
Bruh.
The same reason why people find animals adorable, but then eat them a couple hours later.
No! Bruh.
Because they don't directly see the process.
Bruh.
Well, you could do that. By Goreng killing Trimagasi, he's been broken by the hole and took the life of another.
Bruh.
It's the end of the month, and Goreng will be moved to a new random level, while
Bruh.
He's asked what his favourite food is, saying it will be included on the menu. He doesn't know, like most of us. I mean, if I was asked what my favourite food was, I'd be thinking ahead, like, how long would I be eating this food?
Bruh.
Spontaneous solidarity. The random notion of everyone coming together for one cause, believing the administration are using it as a testbed for the outside world. Also hinting that things outside aren't much better either.
Bruh.
Knowing the reason she came here, treatment for her cancer.
Hey, smooth skin.
Bruh.
I love when media recites the Bible.
Revelation 21:6. I am Alpha and Omega. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of the water of life.
Bruh.
Goreng suffered from extreme quixotism by the end of the film, wanting to make great change but not understanding the limits he has.
Bruh.
Creating a utopia is incredibly difficult when humans are naturally greedy and self-serving.
Bruh.
injury being ignored by staff. Some even turning around to pretend to be doing something just to avoid talking to him until he finally gets Kit's attention.
Let me see your face.
Bruh.
The dialogue is so nonsensical. All you really need to do is overlay Oblivion music on top of it.
What are you doing?
Oh.
Don't come any closer.
I don't think that's gonna hurt anyone.
Depends where I put it.
You're new TV, aren't you?
Nicely done, Sherlock. Now, what are you doing? Do you always sneak up on people when they're sleeping?
Actually, I had a reason to be in here. Some of us have work.
Am I supposed to congratulate you?
Like, I get it. Georgia is meant to be the snarky.
Bruh.
It's literally, okay, I don't want to. Okay, now I want to. I get the episodes are only 9 minutes long, so there's a lot to cram in, but a whole character development in like 2 minutes apart? You know when you get a side quest for an item, but like you already have the item on you? It kind of feels like that. We cut back.
Bruh.
Or a Karen after being told she can't speak to the manager. Don't believe me?
Not now.
Bruh.
5 begins with someone being admitted with an arrow in the knee. Don't make the reference, please. It's 2000. It's not 2012 anymore.
You were trying to cross the border.
Bruh.
We're still friends, right?
Of course. Busboy.
Now, I will give the show this. There is no big Shyamalan twist here. The kid.
Bruh.
He leaves those things everywhere, like he's trying to kill me. Not that I'm scared to die at this point. It's been a good life.
Is that one of those old man NPCs in a Bethesda game? Just talks about nothing anyone cares about.
To gather and behold.
Also.
Bruh.
If you could bottle some of that energy up and put into my IV, I'd very much appreciate it, because...
And in the next scene, the surgeon failed the skill check, and Holden died.
Bruh.
And even though the game wasn't really as gritty as its contemporaries,
Man, give me your jacket, please.
It's
Bruh.
forces people to raid other people's goals to take eggs for themselves. And
Bruh.
whoever has the highest bid after 2 weeks will get their skin officially added into Fall Guys. And all the money goes to the special effect charity.
A most generous offer. God bless you.
Again,
Bruh.
they've now moved over to YouTube to expand their brand, and I just want to say, why do so many LA-based YouTubers have this strobe flashing effect for every single intro of their videos? So they've...
Bruh.
I will give them credit though, like I've seen pictures of myself at fan meets. I look like a ghoul. I look
Bruh.
Hackers took his personal information and sold it to Taiwan to create a cyber android version of himself to integrate into society.
Bruh.
Mostly done through marketing and merchandising, but back in the early 2010s, the best way to make some money quickly was starring in a budget feature film.
Bruh.
Bald men come in all shapes and sizes. Hold on a minute. Did you just make your character bald and pale in a video game? And he's wearing a business suit? It could only be Slender Man. Oh my...
Bruh.
And carved a smile onto his face.
That doesn't even make sense. Like, if he had a knife, he'd probably have a higher chance of slipping on it than actually harming anyone else.
Bruh.
Is that even though this isn't a great film, Shane Dawson has a lot of money. Thank you all for watching.
Bruh.
Time to stop pissing around and get this big guy back into action.
And, like any Fallout game, you develop an addiction instantly and drop to the floor unconscious.
Bruh.
Oh, I've been studying Swedes for a while. I have 5 hours on Skyrim Special Edition.
Bruh.
And already, you have an objective. No pop-up on screen or quest arrow needed. You wander...
Bruh.
Scattered around the world, Simon can find tape recorders to note down his thoughts. They're pretty much your save stations, as the game has no auto-saving. Did you just...
Bruh.
If you die before reaching another recorder, you lose everything. The best combination this game has is no auto-saving and no regenerating health.
Bruh.
Of it. Although you can tell that a lot of this stuff was modeled from scratch. Like, come on man, what is that bed? Like, I'm not saying I could do a better job, but the stone slabs in Oblivion look more comfortable.
Bruh.
What's that? Must have been the wind.
Bruh.
You can keep finding notes of the supposed serial killer becoming more and more deranged, eventually just comparing people to meat. I love storytelling like this. The only comparison I can think of is a terminal in Fallout 3, where you find a girl noting her experiences of slowly going insane due to a vault experiment going wrong. The NPCs in Fallout 3 are dated and are System Shock 2 levels of beef jerky. But notes like this are timeless. Finally, reaching the room where the stranger asked for help, we see a body covered in blood with pills and a phone in the bathtub. This was the man that asked Simon for help. But why would he do this to himself if he wanted help? The devs explained how the game initially would have had NPCs that give you objectives throughout the game, only to meet them and find them dead.
Bruh.
You have to travel through the waterways briefly, where new enemies appear ambushing you. This is probably the hardest indicator in the game that not every monster should be killed. These guys are tanky, having more health, but moving much more slower. They're fairly easy to avoid too, apart from the fact that they seem to ignore the laws of physics. Oh my god. But keep in mind, at the same time, just because you can avoid enemies doesn't always mean you should. As
Bruh.
we have another puzzle that uses a notice board for reference. Yay. This time there are markings on a map for the gardens. Following them, you can see mounds of dirt you can dig up, something Fallout New Vegas, which shame. Alright, I'm done with that bit.
Bruh.
Pull out your phone to watch Scare PewDiePie Season 3, but it's been region locked. Depressed? You go home to your tiny apartment and spend the next 5 years making a free-to-play mod.
Bruh.
After escaping, you get to the waterfront and, like, damn, it...
Bruh.
I know there's always that dialogue in an RPG game, you know, like, give me that item, oh, I already have it, here you go. But considering how linear this game is and it considers both outcomes, that's a really good detail. But
Bruh.
you've already lost a third of your health bar. Pretty much any hit would put you in a staggered state, making aiming even more difficult. Not even...
Bruh.
Because Darman is one of the most influential creators of our generation. I think it's safe to say that more people know about Darman than the Nord who wakes you up in the Skyrim intro.
Kyle goes...
Bruh.
But first... Damn. How am I gonna pull this off?
If you give up now, we'll make it quick and painless.
Oh, nice. Rick and Morty reference. What on earth are these?
They're Raycons.
What?
Do you want a pair of earbuds but don't think it's an economical investment?
But what the hell are you talking about?
With an amazing noise-cancelling fit and incredibly long battery life, these Raycons are a valuable...
Bastard.
Bartender, give me a beer, would you kindly? Sure, buddy. Coming right up. What the hell is this? I already have one of these. Of course, but Raycons come in a diverse range of colors, giving you premium wireless audio for half the price of competitors, with zero compromise. You, as the customer, always come first. Well, get me a goddamn beer if the customer's always right.
I went out last night. I got destroyed.
No can do, I'm afraid. This is a family-friendly advertisement. But may I interest you in some sparkling water? I did it again. I said water. Water. Enunciate the T. Town's gone damn crazy. Some kind of voodoo magic.
Alright everyone, valuables in the bag and nobody gets hurt.
Alright, hold your horses. I don't have much apart from these here Raycons.
Well, so beautiful. The flawless design. I heard Snoop Dogg is obsessed with these things.
Now, what the hell is a Snoop Dogg?
I bet they have at least 6 hours of playtime with a seamless Bluetooth pairing and amazing audio quality.
But are you just gonna take them off me, or should I throw them outside?
If you...
Bruh.
I'm gonna need that jacket. It's mine now. Please don't. This is my favorite jacket. Have some of my water.
Bruh.
Also, one thing I don't get about this story, it's like him going to a new school. It's like resetting his rep, like he's playing bully or something.
Bruh.
You know where I could put all these flowers for this loved and adorned man? Ah, Carlos. We know you needed an organ transplant, so here's my liver. Oh, shucks, I don't know what to say, but my freezer's full of livers already donated.
Bruh.
I get they're doing this normal mix of society and dystopia, but what, am I supposed to see someone in power armor that holds the door open for you? Simon.
Bruh.
Half of the students here are terrified. You might as well fit them with shotgun collars that explode if they get a question wrong. The test is...
Bruh.
You're aboard a large vessel, and someone dropped a jar in a lab, and now everyone's infected. Maybe they can help me trade something I can use. You go to buy all the supplies you need, but there's one problem.
Bruh.
Here are some satisfied customers. You can.
Bruh.
Anyways, I must find civilization and see if the infection spread here too. Excuse me, sir. I've just fell onto your planet. Have you seen any, strange going-ons recently? Don't you look like a certain copyrighted character? No, I think you're mistaken. I was based off the drawings of a mentally ill person. No, nothing really out of the ordinary. This planet was used for farming soy. Oh my god, are you okay?
Let me just...
What was that you took? Wait, is this a fucking sponsor? They're NordVPN in capsule form. Ever since I escaped the ship, I've had this weird feeling. I needed to waste time on the ship, so I downloaded a bunch of films illegally instead of using NordVPN's region unlock, and now I think I have a virus. What kind? Do you think it's infectious? No, I don't think so. I just keep seeing everyone as a pop-up window for some reason. So, what do the pills actually do? I'll show you.
Bruh.
Raging around the world. In one camp, the meat eaters. People that consume the flesh of animals for sustenance. Bloated and full of microplastics and GMOs. They probably have half the life expectancy of the other camp. And that camp is Team Vegan. On a noble quest to make sure that you know what you're eating is bad. And you're
Bruh.
left. I saw it coming. The last meat eater. I tried to stop them, but it was too late. And now, I'm being held prisoner. The bars are made of celery.
Bruh.
Like road safety and stuff, like they're literally traumatic.
It just works.
But they need to be.
Bruh.
The year is 2401. The world was lost to nuclear hellfire. I left the safety of my vault to look for supplies. Sometimes, if I got lucky, I'd find cigarettes for trading.
Who wants it?
But
Bruh.
I took the disc back to my vault and put it in my mint condition DVD player.
Bruh.
Everytime, so I'm gonna make you on my bitch. So shut the fuck up or I'll put you in a ditch.
This all began before the Great War. 2016, to be exact.
Bruh.
So KSI and Casper both came together.
Bruh.
Did you get invited to Tucker's YouTube party?
I just love how Casper is wrote to be this frail introvert character, so he responds to everything like he's asking a question.
Yeah.
Bruh.
But if they stay out too late, they might miss their flight, or even worse, not get their full 8 hours of sleep, meaning they'll be sleep deprived.
Fancy meeting you here, friend.
What?
Bruh.
Not join an RP server where you can start off as poor and alone, begin your pathetic existence doing manual labor to build up the ranks.
Bruh.
Now, my last video on Ed, which was a while ago, he was on a show called 90 Day Fiancé. And on that show, he met a beautiful girl from the Philippines called Rose. Now, the relationship wasn't perfect. I mean, there was a couple red flags. Like, for example, how she would take money from his wallet.
Bruh.
That wink at the end, just like, it cements him as the hero of his own story. We are just NPCs on the same planet as Ed.
Bruh.
It's like a family of narcissists. The Bakers from Resident Evil 7 were more welcoming than these people.
Bruh.
Go. Ordering Among Us potion from the dark web at 3 AM.
Bruh.
It's funny. You know, you've got all these cringe intros where they shill a gift card or something you don't care about. Only a small percentage of you are subscribed. So if you could, it's totally free. And if you despise me and hate my content, you can unsubscribe and then flag my channel later. Oh, for the
Bruh.
It's like they're not even really talking. But I know the Oblivion NPC meme, it's overdone and it's dead, but there is not a better comparison. Every bit of dialogue they say just runs completely parallel. How is the weather today? I was born in 1982. There were 2 world wars. I think it might be raining this evening. The precipitation is quite high. I lost my right kneecap in a
A grenade explosion. The shrapnel, it killed 15 men.
Everyone's...
Bruh.
Also, I just want to say, no bully, no matter what age, says, you're killing it right in front of the kid that they're bullying. Maybe the kids in Fallout 3 would do that at your birthday party, but that's it.
What nonsense.
Guys, come on.
Bruh.
Power!
The judge's power.
Where's Daddy?
Here. He's written that warrant. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
After...
Bruh.
They were weaponizing anthrax, Ebola, smallpox on a massive scale. The West panicked and created...
Bruh.
And without Milner's intervention, Ian would have been picked up, interrogated, and probably killed like so many others.
Bruh.
This shows how the higher-ups in the network are complete psychopaths, only interested in results, not the casualties along the way. You could argue,
Bruh.
humanity is the dominant species. We've been able to do what we want and take what we want within reason for centuries. We have no natural predators, and therefore have been able to breed and flourish unchecked. But we...
Bruh.
She loves your brain.
Later,
Bruh.
there's boss at the pub, and it's actually like talking to an Oblivion NPC. His boss's small, comfy worldview is just shattered by Ian, and he doesn't know how to cope.
Do you ever think your life's become meaningless, Joe? What if I were to tell you that I didn't try and kill myself at all, that there was no hospital? What if I were to tell you that I've been on the run, chased by a shadowy organization who wanted to kill me, my friends, and control governments, and whose objective was to sterilize the world? And I stopped them. Me.
I reckon she's just leading him on. Leanne? She's not his type.
Bruh.
Interaction between someone with years of killing and a complete NPC, it's genius.
What are you doing?
Oh, hello. Routine maintenance. We'll just take a moment.
Hang on. We do our own maintenance.
Bruh.
He's definitely associated with the network in some way, but someone that's been hiding from us the whole series. Someone who's wanted to stay hidden until now.
Bruh.
That's what we've become. We're just like them now.
Bruh.
The reason why I talked about the show in full instead of doing, you know, like a quick summary shilling it is because it's incredibly hard to find a way to watch it. You can get it on Amazon.
Bruh.
Oh, he looked away. Oh my god, I get it. He must have also looked away when the other 10 people were shot as well.
Bruh.
In the UK version, he blags his way onto the island using a confidence trick, saying he'll have to call his superiors.
Bruh.
They also ring a bell to get into the Harvest home base, and a little child comes out. Like, is this the Oasis from Fallout 3 or something? It just makes no sense. Then,
Bruh.
He and Jessica sit down and have a philosophical debate on what's the point in going on when everything becomes dust.
Bruh.
All you're really doing is inflating the company's stock value as more children log in to see the funny Skyrim pickpocket trend in real life.
Dare take for yourself.
Bruh.
Most people would come in to get the clout, pretend to steal things, but never actually take anything, usually returning it as soon as they finish the video.
Fancy meeting you here.
You also...
Bruh.
To steal a sticky notepad from my teacher. Why are you being...
Bruh.
commit first-degree murder, and as soon as you shoot someone, the Vine thud sound effect plays, so then you get off scot-free. I like that. I like that.
Bruh.
You should treat yourself now.
It's a very strong spell, and more importantly, you can only use it when no one's looking, or the spell won't work. Right, let's look at this. Repeat the words 3 times, and 95% of the budget went into this part. All right, fair enough. Sponsor Shillis. Sponsor Shillis. Sponsor Shillis. Wow, I feel amazing. I can move objects in my mind and have the power of flight. I could do anything I want.
Bruh.
powers. Wow, really? I'd love to, Displate Man. You've been a hero to me since using the link down in description to save up to 42% off orders. An odd reference.
Bruh.
Up to 42% off. Up to 42% off.
Bruh.
They treat most encounters like you passed a check in a Bethesda game, in the sense that once you give any kind of aggression back, they'll just stop instantly, retreat, and surrender.
And who are you to come before me? You bear the insignia of the bear.
You should stop.
Okay.
Now, when
Bruh.
I tried this for a video, this shit does not work.
Bruh.
Grandparents sponsor me by the mile. Oh my god, I still donate annually. Who am I giving my money to? Oh my god, I need to know how deep this goes.
Lies.
Bruh.
My deal is that I like laptops and coffee and guys who like laptops and coffee.
I was going to put in like an Oblivion NPC dialogue thing here, but I think it's just... I'd probably reference that more than Breaking Bad at this point, so we're going to let that one slide. Meanwhile...
Bruh.
Most kids are probably going to be living with their parents until 30, so this episode will probably be socially acceptable this time next year.
Bruh.
Let's raise a glass to endings and new beginnings.
The speech check works.